What's the problem?
Some bars refusing to pay. They reckon they're protected by a local gang of thugs. But don't worry, Tommy. I can handle it.
You call this handling it? You two, off your asses. Let's go.
You know, Tommy's reaction to Lance when he says, "You call this handling it?" is the damnedest thing, because it's like the same exact thing I said to my left hand the other night. But anyways, you can expect to see a bit more of this whole Tommy getting fed up with Lance's apparent incompetence as we progress through more and more missions. And it's just very entertaining and interesting to watch this rift develop between the two characters, and it eventually reaches a catastrophic level, even fatal, if you will, between the two. And on occasion we'll get phone calls from Lance, some in which he begs and sobs for forgiveness from Tommy and all that jazz, and you know, that might be taking it a bit too far, but you get the idea. It's just a very, very neat plot development that goes on. And you know, something I'm looking forward to in the meantime though is that I'm using the Banshee in this mission, and the Banshee was like the best vehicle in the entire world in Grand Theft Auto 3. And to see it here, although it looks incredibly different, you know, these 80s models, you know, what can you do? They look incredibly, I don't know, Hot Wheels-ish, but, you know, either way, I'm still satisfied in using this thing, and using the katana for that matter. You know, I gotta say, the katana business is really for me.
Your protection needs a little more protection.
Oh, hell, not again. I don't need this crap. These idiots operate out of DVP security around the block. You guys just sort it out amongst yourselves.
I'll be seeing you later.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so the game gives us 5 minutes, or 5 in-game hours, which is a lot of time before they eventually clear out, so that's kind of silly. But I don't know why they give us so much time, considering that these DBP security fellas are literally right down the street. I mean, you don't need 5 minutes for this, but either way, we have to kill these fellas, and there's a bit of an easy way of getting rid of them. On the PC, you can use just about any weapon you want, but on the PlayStation 2, you're going to need a free aim weapon for this, or a grenade or something. And what you want to do is just shoot that vehicle, and you can clear out most of these security guys, and it just makes life a lot easier for you, because they can gang up on you and make life a bit difficult, but fortunately you can explode that vehicle in there and just make things just so much easier for yourself. But after you clear out those guys, you get 2 more guys that appear on PCJs, and they're pretty easy to get rid of if you have a fast vehicle. And outside of the Vercetti estate is actually the White Infernus Lance uses, so you can use that for this mission if you want, in case you don't have something fancy schmancy like the Banshee. And man, this thing is just amazing. I'm the biggest Banshee fanboy, even in Halo, but anyways, you can just perform a drive-by on those guys and make life easier for you, rather than, I don't know, trying to ram them off the road or something. I don't know, to each their own. One way can be more entertaining than the other for you. Anyways, we got a phone call here, as I try to position myself properly.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
What's the problem, Lance?
It's you, my friend. I feel you're not giving me a fair slice. And more than that, you've been embarrassing me in front of the boys. I can't have that.
Lance, it ain't like that. You've been making mistakes.
Tommy, I'm not your message boy. I'm not your running boy.
Lance, don't screw up and we won't have any problems. I screw up, you can lay into me anytime.
I totally don't
Tommy, I've done everything for you. You treat me like a fool. Don't do that.
Lance, I won't rip you off or stab you in the back, okay? Just take it easy. This is tough enough without you getting all emotional on me. Trust me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you, Tommy, but I can't take this much more.
Lance, don't be like this. Now I'm warning you. Do you hear me? Just relax. Take a few days off. Okay? I'll talk to you.
Yeah, you see, that Lance was crying right there. Well, you know, not really, but going back to the whole Banshee thing, in Vice City and in Vice City Stories, this is the only time in which the Banshee appears drastically different than its, I suppose, modern shape and form. And I don't know, I just love that about the Banshee. It just looks the same. It looks so super sleek, and even here in the 80s, it looks pretty damn nice. So I don't know, I just wanted to throw that in there, my opinions on the Banshee. But anyways, that completes this part. In the next part, we'll be completing the infamous mission Copland for Lance Van Stans. So until then, I'll see you next time.